Morning guys, it's Mr. Holding here, and I'm just doing this quick video to explain how to calculate the molarity of an unknown solution using a solution of known concentration and known volume. So in our situation, the unknown solution is the acid, the acetic acid of unknown concentration, and we have the sodium hydroxide, and we'll be given the concentration of that, or the molarity of that. So we're going to use the equation M1V1 equals M2V1. B2, sorry. So the first step we want to do is identify our variables. So in this case, we want to know, with the unknown acid, we want to know what the molarity is. So that's a question mark there. But we know the volume, okay? In the experiment, you're going to be told how much to put in the conical flask. But in this demonstration, we're just going to use 5 mils, okay? Just an example. With the base, we know the molarity, okay? You're going to be told that, all right? In this case, we're going to say it's 0.2 is the molarity, and the volume, let's say through the titration process, we found that it took 4.2 mils to reach the end point. Okay, now we have those, we can go and substitute them into the equation and rearrange the equation to solve the missing M1. So I've gone and rewritten my equation here. Okay, and then what I've done is I wanted to get rid of this to make M1 the subject of my equation. I did that by dividing both sides by V1. All right, so you end up with a situation here, M1V1 divided by V1. So you can cancel them both, so M1's on its own, and then you have this scenario here. Now, all I'm going to do is substitute my values into my pronumerals. So M2 is 0.2 multiplied by 4.2, which is V2, all over 5. So I've gone ahead and finished this equation. I've ended up with a situation where my M1 equals 0.168 or 0.17 molars. And then I've found the molarity of my unknown solution there. Okay. Keep in mind, however, this in your assignment, this is from a diluted stock. Okay, it actually asks you to find the undiluted stock. Okay, so you have to do an extra step. So the next step we want to do is find the concentration of the original undiluted solution. Okay, so when stock's made up, they have a really concentrated one, they dilute it, and then we use it. So this here is the diluted stuff that we've used. All right, the question actually asks what is the concentration of the original. So you have to go one extra step. In our case, it's 10%. Okay, so the way we get it from 10% to 100% is pretty easy. You multiply it by 100. If it was 20%, you'd multiply it by 5. If it was an odd number, you'd have to be a bit more technical. But in our case, we're lucky. So all we've got to do is multiply it by 10. So our concentration is 0.168, and I use that one to be more accurate. Multiplied by 10, and I end up with the molarity of being 1.68, which is the original undiluted concentration. Okay, I hope you found this helpful. If you need any help, come and see me, but best of luck with your assignment.